well, and I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Off-play action. Robertson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Looking to throw. Robertson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Joe Schobert in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. So they wind up throwing it against your advice, but the result's still a 4th down.
Well, it did turn out to be a safe throw. And you know how sometimes coaches talk about using short passing game as a run? Essentially, that's what they did there. Now they can kick it away.
Here's the Raiders punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
On the ready. Mike, 50 seconds. Double dog. That's the way.
On first down, Hilliard. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Rudy Bates. Let's go, team.
Throwing on first down. Lucas. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We call that sack block.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Back to throw. Lucas. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And a peek now at the offense for Cleveland.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. A look at the defensive starters now for the Raiders. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, Lucas. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help, because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
This one quickly into the hands of Landry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
61, matchbox lights. Hey! Banjo. Shoot!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Dontrell Hilliard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3.
Here we go.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. On your screen now, here are the offensive starters. At wideout, Antonio Brown is certainly someone that the defense always has to account for.
Without a doubt, a true number 1 receiver. It doesn't matter to him how defenses want to cover him. He sees it as a challenge and knows how to defeat them.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. He's got it to Williams. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 2nd quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Here we go, set, 50, plant.
Run.
49, check 49.
Operating from the gun, Robertson. His pass caught at the 4. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Rock it. Yep.
Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Get it.
They'll run on first down. Hilliard, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
60 outlaw.
24.
General West. Hey, Alpha.
Looking to throw on second down. Lucas. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Looking to throw. Lucas. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey, seam 6.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Come on, come on. Let's go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On the double.
If you want the mic. They can't hang with us. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Off the bootleg. Robertson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He's going to go for a big ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
On 1st and 10, Lucas. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though, such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Brown. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula? The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And the drive starts with a completion left side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now left side on the swing pass. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Robertson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On the return, it's White. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Lucas. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lucas. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Lucas. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what...
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here are the Browns to take over. They were 7-point winners a week ago, and they lead by 7 here as well as they start out 1st and 10. On 1st down, Lucas. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was the free safety, LaMarcus Joyner, that time, able to make the play.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lucas. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, If you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. To throw on 2nd down, Lucas. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd down, Hilliard. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lucas. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. Hilliard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Ready. 50, plant.
It's our time. It's our time.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Dontrell Hilliard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jannard Avery coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Hilliard. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Browns on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking to throw. Lucas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now here come the Raiders. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Number 53.
Ready?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Robertson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Robertson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line.
Let's go, D.
Throwing on 1st down. Robertson firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Back to throw. Robertson. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown Raiders. Antonio Brown. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Hey, Charlie!
To throw on second down, Lucas. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
First down, Browns.
Ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. On first down, Hilliard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run. It's Hilliard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. from 8 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Robertson. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Robertson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Throwing to start the drive. Lucas, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Lucas. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the run, this is Hilliard. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And with things looking pretty good on the